What is up, YouTube? I am Eric, and you are watching Retro Video Game Pickups. Today, we're talking about Poi on the Nintendo Switch. So, if you like games, consoles, product reviews, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification. With that being said, let's hop into it. Okay, so it looks like I got a bunch of people saying that they enjoyed my previous intro in the Goodwill Rant video. So I figured I'd change it up just a little bit more and go ahead and kind of stick with the same plan on this video as well. So comment below if you like it, or if you have some weird or wacky idea of how to introduce myself. Comment below and let me know, and I will definitely try it if it works well. So with that being said, today we are talking about Poi on the Nintendo Switch. So if you like any kinds of Zelda games, this one is probably for you. This is a really fun adventure game, but at the same time it's not a 30 or 40 or 50 hour adventure game, which is what I loved about this when I played it. I took this on vacation and I played it in about 4 to 5 hours, and I had so much fun with it. Now, this is a little cartoony game, so if you see this, you'll probably think, oh, that reminds me of Wind Waker. And you are probably very right. It really does harken to Wind Waker, and that's one thing I love about this game. It's so much fun, but it's still challenging, and there's puzzles and all this stuff that help you get through it. Each level has about 7 or 8 medallions that you have to collect, and then once you collect enough medallions, you then unlock the next level, which is really fun. This game is a game that made me want to play it as a collectathon. Now everything from the medallions to coins to whatever you could think of, when you play this game, you will want to collect all of it because it is just so much fun. Now, you don't have to get all the medallions in order to unlock all the levels. However, it is really fun to be able to unlock all the levels and collect all the medallions. So if you can think of a game like Wind Waker or maybe Super Mario Odyssey and kind of combine the two, that's really what you're getting here. Now, the graphics are very nice. They are really simplistic, cartoony graphics, but they get the job done for what they're wanting to go for, which I really enjoyed on this. Now, it's a weird, wacky plot, and it's kind of cool how you go and figure out what you need to do, but the sound goes well with the graphics and the type of levels or whatever is happening at that point. And for me, obviously, if you have watched this channel and seen my game reviews, I love when a game takes music and instills it into the level or what is happening around it and just builds a better foundation for that game. Now, this game is a ton of fun, and honestly, on my vacation, I spent probably too much time playing this instead of doing what I needed to do because I was on a cruise ship and we were having a bunch of fun, but come the afternoon when there wasn't much going on, I oftentimes grabbed my Switch and either chilled out on deck or in my room or wherever I could where it was comfortable for me. So I was living out this adventure while I was actually on an adventure myself. So that was something that was really cool, and I could take this along and have a bunch of fun with it. Now, I did not ever play this in docked mode, so I cannot talk about the graphics there because all I played was on the handheld. But this game is super fun. I got lost in it. Obviously, I played it for about 5 hours, which is pretty significant when I was on the cruise because I had things that I was always doing or always wanting to go do. So to grab this and take it with me and find a place where I could sit and play for 15 or 30 or an hour was really awesome. This game, if you liked Wind Waker, and I'm gonna reference Wind Waker a lot because this is reminiscent of a Zelda game, and Wind Waker really reminds me of this game. So I'm gonna mention that, and that's just because it's something that I'm familiar with and you guys are probably familiar with as well. So if I mention Zelda Wind Waker too much, that's because this game really, in my opinion, is very close to Wind Waker. Now Wind Waker is much longer and has a more built out story, but Poi is such a fun game and you just get sucked into it like you would Wind Waker. So that is why this game is getting a review, because I had a ton of fun playing it and I captured a bunch of footage when I could, and that just happened to make this video even better. So I was also trying to decide what screenshots or gameplay footage of this game, and I came down to about 16 minutes. Obviously this video isn't 16 minutes long, but I got some really great footage of the gameplay, and I had to trim that down to figure out enough to fit it in this, but I really enjoyed it, and a lot of it was something that I just had a ton of fun with. Each medallion is some weird or wacky way to figure out how to go somewhere or collect certain things. Like there is, on one level there's a train that is broken down and you have to go around the level and find the train parts in order to be able to unlock the train so you could get a medallion. Now there are some different medallions that are hidden, and those are really cool. If you explore the maps, you definitely get some benefit there. If you explore enough, you do find medallions hidden places, and that's really cool. I had to honestly look up 1 or 2 medallions just because they were so hard to find. I was searching and I got to the point where I was like, oh, I need to look this up so I can figure out exactly where this is. That way I can progress on and I don't waste too much time on it. And when I say waste too much time, I don't actually mean I'm wasting time, because I was still having a ton of fun, but I wanted to progress through it pretty fast. That way I could have my vacation to actually have some fun with. So with that being said, I want to say that if Poi ever gets a second game, I will definitely be buying it, because you don't find many adventure games that are this short. You often find 30 or 40 or 50 or 100 hour games, and sometimes that's hard to do. Like, I myself play a lot of different games, so investing 100 hours into one game, now it's rewarding, don't get me wrong, but there's sometimes that I'm like, oh, I just played through a 100-hour game. I want to play a 3-hour game or a 5-hour game that I can get through easily and really enjoy and not be grinding to finish it. So that's one reason that I liked Poi. It was an adventure game that we got that took Wind Waker but kind of stripped it of all the complex stuff and brought it back down to the core of what Zelda is. Now, this isn't a Zelda game, but I will and have been referencing it. But Poi is something that I could see being a game that becomes a hidden gem on the Switch, because not many people have been talking about it. The people that have been talking about it are raving about it. So I don't use the word hidden gem very often, because I feel like people say that and then the price skyrockets, and we don't want that. But I can see this game being a hidden gem because it is one of those games that's so fun to play, but I think a lot of people passed it up just because of what it is. So with that being said, if you guys liked either the intro or this game or anything about this video, please comment below and let me know. And if you've got weird, wacky ideas, either ways to intro, ways to outro, or topics, comment below as well and let me know. Because I am willing to try weird and wacky things on this channel, because I like the creative aspect of it as well, and I have a bunch of fun with it. Now, with that being said, this is the end of the video. You probably know that social media is coming, and then all the normal things that people say at the end of a YouTube video is coming. Well, thank you for watching this far if you have, but I'm gonna go ahead and knock it off and do what I normally do at the end of this video. So if you want to see any of my social medias, I comment and post on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram quite regularly, so check those out if you're interested. Big Cartel is down below. I have some really cool Game Boy-esque retro video game t-shirts, so those are only $10, so if you guys are interested, down below is the links to that as well. And also my Patreon is down below, and that is something that's more like a tip jar or a donation jar. I'm not expecting you to give anything because I enjoy this content and making videos so much, but if you say you want to give $1 or whatever, I am cool with that. I will reinvest it in this channel in order to give you more content. So there's 3 tiers. Go check that out if you want to. Down below is the link. And last but not least, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification because YouTube has been making that a big deal lately. Subscribers, you may not see things, but if you hit that bell, you're more likely to. So, thank you all for watching, but most importantly, have a good day.